Hey everyone, Tech OG here, who's all about tech and travel. I'm going to be reviewing the OneXPlayer 2 made by the company One Netbook. I'll let you know my likes and dislikes about this device, and at the end of that, I'll give you my final thoughts of this device and handheld PCs in general. Starting with the weight, despite how it looks, it's not as heavy as it looks. This feels pretty much as heavy as my OneXPlayer 1S that I own. Slightly heavier, but not too heavy where it's not going to be too heavy on the hands when holding it. For the most part, when you are playing, you probably won't be able to hold this too long, sitting up in the air. So you will most likely rest your arms or hands on the desk like this. If you're in bed, your elbows might be on your chest or stomach to hold it up. So, like I said, holding it up in the air, you're not going to be able to do that too long. And that's with pretty much any device, all except for the PS Vita. Anything that's super light, you can probably hold it a lot longer. But like I said, because of, even though, like I said, not too heavy, you're not going to hold it too long in the air. I like the positions of the power button and volume rockers. I like them on this side. I did like the volume on the back of the OneXPlayer 1S, but this is cool up here as well. The I/O ports, nice. Has USB-A, micro SD card slot, USB-C right here, charging in for data, and a USB Type-C charging port on the bottom. I don't like this one on the bottom. My brother would have had it on the top. The reason why is because right here, these are a magnetic connector for the keyboard. And if you're using the keyboard, it covers up this port. So let's say you're playing a game and this port is taken up, which mine is right now, and you need to charge a device where you don't want to take this off. But if you have the keyboard on and using the keyboard, you will not have access to this port. So again, I wish all the ports were in one area as opposed to the USB-Cs being split between the top and the bottom. The lights on here are pretty cool, but I also like that you can turn them off easily by pressing this button for a couple of seconds to turn them off. The Zappy buttons are a pretty good size. Wish they were a tiny bit bigger, especially because this is, a wide controller. They could have been a little bigger to press. The analog sticks also could have been bigger because of the size of the controller, it could have been a lot bigger on the controller as well. Same as the start and select buttons. I mean, look how tiny these are. They could have been a lot bigger with the size of the controller. Yep, this could have been bigger too. Now, while I like the front-facing speakers on the OneXPlayer 1S and wish that the front-facing speakers, say that 3 times fast, I wish they could have been on this one, but I understand why, and the reason is the controllers are detachable. That's one thing I kind of like about this too. You can put this on a particular accessory and just use the screen, put it on your desk or whatnot, lap. It has a kickstand, which is kind of cool as well. Which the kickstand was a little bit wider, like the one on the 1S. Like I said, these do not have batteries with the controller, so you cannot use these independently by themselves. You need a particular accessory and a USB dongle to put in here to be able to connect, but I'll show you that in an accessories video coming up soon. But I do like that they're detachable so that you can play with the controllers off of here separately. And if you just wanted to carry this and use this as a computer / tablet, a very thick tablet, you can do that. So that's kind of cool. Although the speakers are on the bottom here, the sound quality is really, really good, especially if you get this one app called FX Sound that I learned from a user on YouTube called OK Gamist. I can't remember. Hold on. I found him, Okayest Gamer. This dude right here made a really good beginning tutorial video for those who own it, a OneXPlayer 2. Told you some helpful information and mentioned in his video about FX Sound. Now, when you install this right here, it basically doubles the sound out of the speakers. It's incredible. I mean, really, really good. Because when I turn this up to 100, it surprisingly is not as loud as I thought it would be. But when you install FX Sound and then turn it up to 100, man, the sound quality is impeccable. It's really loud. It's awesome. Like I said, check out this video. I'll leave it in the link in my comment section so that you can check it out yourself. It's really cool. And I guess because it's a PC application, you can install it on any PC and it will increase and improve your sound tenfold, definitely. Another thing I like, I knew this took pen support, but I had no idea which type of pen support. I didn't know it was MPP or I forgot the other one. I think it's AES pen support, and that's from Dell. I know MPP is Microsoft. I had no idea it was an advertised, and when it came to the stylus, OneX or One Netbook offered their own stylus for sale and didn't even mention what type of third-party stylus you can use. But lo and behold, I discovered that it is MPP. Thank goodness, because I already had this and had this for my OneXPlayer 1S, and I tried this on the screen and check it out. Hey, come on. Well, it's supposed to work. It does work. Maybe my battery ran out. Okay, now I'm confused. When I got this, and this was before I even updated any updates on here, Microsoft updates, the Microsoft Pen actually worked on the screen, and I was really happy. Bought this pen loop for it. I was just so ecstatic that it worked out of the box, but now it's not working. Even though I have it paired and everything, it's not working at all. So maybe, well, I guess through the updates, and I don't know what changed, it doesn't work anymore. I'm upset now because I wanted this to be a well-rounded PC that I could use for work and for play. Because of my work right now, and because I'm a music teacher, I like to use this to draw notes and work from. Use the pen sometimes, but now that it doesn't work, I'm hoping that I don't have to buy another pen. That's what I don't want to do. I'm upset. Quick update, my pen works. I don't know what happened. I don't care what happened. I'm just happy it's fixed. So the Surface Pen does work on the OneXPlayer 2 with a Ryzen 6800U processor. Pretty much any processor that's in it that where the device has pen support, this should work. So just play around with it. You should be okay. I don't like. Let me get to the dislike list now. I don't like when you update something and something changes and something doesn't work anymore and there's no explanation. That is something I just don't like anymore. Like I said, I don't like this port on the bottom. If you need to use it, if you have the keyboard on here, I don't like the defect of the micro SD card slot. You see duct tape on here because I did not know that a lot of these that were created has a micro SD card slot defect where the card doesn't stay in place when you push it in. This is not the best solution. I definitely want to get this fixed as quickly as possible. I have that set up already because even though the duct tape is keeping it in, as you can see, it's not completely keeping it down. So I gotta press my finger on it in order for it to register, but let go. Oh, so far so good, but pretty soon it's gonna raise up a little bit more unless I put some more duct tape down to really hold it down. It's not gonna stay in place. But that's where this comes in. Get yourself a nice little dongle, get yourself some more ports, and you should be good to go. This does add a tiny bit of weight to the device, but not too much where, again, it's going to be cumbersome when you're holding it. But again, that's a nice way to add more ports on your device. playing games on here, of course, is great, and you should always know that if you have a much more powerful processor, you're going to get slightly improved frame rates year after year if you update like that. But you should be very happy if you have a pretty good processor where it will play a lot of your games with very good FPS to make your games playable. So right now I'm showing you my emulators. Emulators work very well on here. Let me show you the Switch emulator. I have RealGinx to show you how some of these graphically impressive games run on this device. And why not show Unicorn Overlord? Can't wait to play this. Can't wait. Runs well. So far, let's see. Frame rate on the bottom says 30 FPS. Playable. Yay. And I didn't change any settings, so this is straight from powering it on. Oh yeah. So the RealGinx emulator with Switch games runs very well on here. I'll probably have to try Doom out a little later in a future video, Mortal Kombat, and some other graphically intense games. Oh yeah, the processor I have in here is the Ryzen 6800U with the 680 GPU, 32 gigabytes of RAM, and a 2 terabyte storage, SSD storage internally. Older PC games are going to run very well on here, such as Tales of Zestiria. I'm a huge Tales fan. Vesperia, Symphonia, Berseria, all of those are going to run very well. I even have Tales of Arise. Haven't beaten that yet. Can't wait. So a lot of my older PC games will definitely run on here, so I don't really necessarily have to turn those on to show you. But as you can see here, I have this icon here. This was for me, my real test, because this is a AAA game that I play a lot, Diablo 4. Because I'm at work, I need to use a smartphone as a hotspot to show you how it runs on here. As you can see, I'm using this natively, so I don't have any GPU cards or enclosures attached to this. You get this message if your GPU is not adequate or not supported, quote unquote, but I'll still show you the gameplay on here. Diablo 4 running natively on here with 32 gigabytes of RAM. Runs great. This is what makes me happy. I am now ecstatic because I could not get this to run well on the OneXPlayer 1S that I have. That has an Intel 1195 G7 processor in it. A few years old. Not that old, but it is super choppy on there. And even having the turbo button on and running at 28 watts, it was still extremely choppy. This is running at 28 watts. No battery or no AC connected, and it runs very smoothly. Even using my phone as a hotspot, this is awesome. So I do have some breaks today. I am going to be playing the heck out of this. I'm like I said, this is great. This is fantastic. This is exactly what I wanted. So I don't need a whole lot of power. I don't need the best frame rates. I don't need the top-notch frame rates. I just need a device that's going to play the games that I play. So with my final thoughts when it comes to picking a handheld PC, if you're in the market, pretty much any of them will be good for you as long as it works for the games that you have. If you want to use it just to play emulators, you can pick up a 3-year-old HHPC and be happy with that. You want to play some PC games, some graphically intense games, God of War, then you want something that's kind of new, a year old or so, that will be able to play it. So for example, Diablo 4, a 6800U will do you well. Again, because you don't have to plug it up to increase the FPS. You can play just like this, and the game runs very, very well. But if you want to get something with the newest processor or whatnot, because right now the newest Ryzen processor is the 8840. You can get that. So when it comes to getting an HHPC, which stands for handheld PC, when it comes to getting one, you get one that's going to make you happy. You don't have to get the latest and greatest. You just get one that's going to run your games. So definitely find one on eBay, find one at a good price, because I got this one at a fantastic price, $450. Can't go wrong with that. I love it. This just works well. Oh, and the grips, because they're a lot bigger than the one on the 1S, they feel a lot more comfortable in the hand. Man, it feels so good. So this device, I love it. I'm very happy with it, and I'm not gonna get rid of it for a very, very long time, because again, it plays 100% of the games that I have very well. So I don't need the updates anytime soon. So that's the end of my video. That's the end of my review. I'm quite happy with this. But like I said, as far as your purchasing experience, you can be happy with pretty much any of them as long as it runs the games that you have in your arsenal. So that's the end of my video. I hope you enjoyed my review. I'm still upset about my pen, but it is what it is. But if you enjoyed the video and the review, please leave a thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't done so already. Tell your friends about my channel, and I hope to see you in my next video.